Hello everyone, GameGoddessFee here. All right, I am back. Well, we are back with more Ace Attorney. I have my boy. Anyway, yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Why I look so dark. Anyway, I need more lighting. That's what I need for Christmas. Another ring light. Preferably the one that stands. So anyway, yeah, so we're back with more Ace Attorney. Guess we'll finish this last trial. Is this the last?
Yes.
Okay, this is the last trial for me. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. All right. Turn on the music. All right, you got finished right. Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, Part 4-2, Trial. Are y'all ready? I said, are you ready?
No.
Now, let me stop. Turn my camera on. Okay, let's go, y'all. It was Triple H. So y'all don't know who Triple H is. October 14th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. Makes sense?
That sounded like Pearl's earring. I could have sworn. I could have promised I heard Mia's voice.
I don't know. So then, she's still alive. Inside your heart. Nicky boy!
Oh, Mr. Light.
Is it true that Detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. Definite, whatever.
But he's the only one who could have done it.
Yes, I sound like you now.
But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. We need to find some solid proof. It's gotta happen sooner rather than later.
Phoenix, you should have been trying to find that.
It's too late.
They only had a 20-minute recess. October 14th, 12:21 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 6. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand.
Well, how do you do, sir lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean.
Turn it down, son.
Oh yeah, it's more like us. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defender's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask the Mask.
Indeed. It's truly child's play to mess with the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor idiots ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them.
Really? Why would they do that?
Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Mask? Of course!
Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
Alright, Mr. Asme, the night of the murder. Speak.
Here they go again.
We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor.
Witness testimony, the alibi.
I was stealing the urn as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder.
It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well.
What is that 58.43? Is that an hour? That's after an hour, is it?
Yep. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Adney, we still have to do your cross-examination. An idiot is too idiotic to know that he is an idiot.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
The only thing that's full of is his alibi.
You sound like villain karma. Cross-examination, not alibi. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask, just as I announced I would.
So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I am called Master Mask.
Your nose couldn't fit in.
But conveniently, it also means that there is no way to tell who this really is.
What do you mean?
Objection! You saying that this is not in fact Luke Atme? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask to create an alibi? Oh, what an interesting idea! Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Look, had an accomplice?
Give it up.
The accomplice was perfect.
Well, what's it? What's this? Well, he was at the thing at the office.
Yeah.
So he didn't have no accomplice, did he?
No. Why are you looking at me? You play it.
Really?
If Luke Atme was at KB Security during the murder, then the Master Mask in his picture has to be a fake.
Then that really was an accomplice?
But right now, I have no idea who it was.
Did I say? Hold on.
Yeah, you said the right one.
Oh, I was about to say. I don't have any idea right now either.
Baseless. I can't say this. Baseless objections are just what the guy wants. There's got to be another way, and I'm gonna find it.
I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. What's up, Game Queen 8-1?
I believe Agent Andrews hired you at one point.
How's it going?
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent a calling card to Lolly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see. You truly are evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atney was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lord Lee Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace attorney persona.
You know, that's true. It's kind of odd.
The photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness.
So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here? Is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime? When you think about it, it is really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose.
Objection!
You were simply caught by the very camera they had set up. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody. Looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo.
The time at which the camera captured the mask was the same time as the murder.
About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come on now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the time step on the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lord Lee Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lord Lee Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Fortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
I see.
It looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious.
So, this alibi is false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullet at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is.
I was still in the urn as mask, just as I announced I would. Let me see. Let me see. What can I present? And Adrian dropped their box, right?
Huh?
Oh my goodness, boy on his phone. Really, dude? Really?
Okay, what was he doing?
Adrian dropped their box, but their box don't have any paint on it.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. Should I use that now, or?
Wait, go back.
You don't have any paint on it.
Wait, go back.
Go back where?
Like, do the statements.
The time at which the camera captured the mask was the same time as the murder.
Again.
Oops.
Oh my god.
You say I was still in the urn as mask, just as I announced I would. It could be this last statement, the time
No,
at which...
wait. Go back to the last one. Press them.
Press them again?
Yeah.
Oops, I pressed the wrong button.
That's true.
So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here? Is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime? Surely even you understand by now. Lordly Taylor provided that camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it.
This new.
Nope, that means I could not have killed Kane Buller unless I had an accomplice. The basement warehouse and this picture that supposedly captures it, it's got to be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture?
You bet there is. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night.
Very well. Then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph that you find funny?
It's over.
I think the box. What you think? Is it the box?
Baby. Perhaps this is the area in question.
This area? Could you be any more vague?
Today's Java has a little extra kick to it. It seems that the funny part lies in the area of the defense.
Ooh. That was wrong.
Ouch! I skipped dialogue.
Very well then, witness. Let's return to the testimony.
It's Joker. I think we was on the right track there.
Oops, I do this. Hold on, what the man?
Oh yeah! The paint itself.
Okay.
It's like, remember when they went down there?
Yes, either that or the box.
We lost the coin flip, y'all, we bad.
Come on, think long and hard. I bet there is. We took a look around the warehouse basement, the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place, and there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Very well then, let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny? Guess this paint?
Yeah.
I guess we go to...
The funny part is right here.
Why, this is a blood stain. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting.
Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint.
Oh, just paint? And peach color at that.
From blood to peaches. The judge sure loves going on his wild tangents.
I thought it was the time too.
The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen.
Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
Me. I had it.
Really, dude. Is it Faye's statue?
Yes. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there that night the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then the statue should have been there.
Uh-oh.
But when I went there the day after the theft, the statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner.
Perhaps it somehow pushed there accidentally?
Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Who? Pearls. Huh?
Pearls. Yes. Larry.
Was it, him? Mastermind?
Ace Detective.
Well, him then. He ain't Mastermind for him.
The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke Asme. Come now, sir lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusion?
It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph. Luke asked me, you pretended to be Master Mask to create an alibi by showing you were Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your fib would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just wearing this just wearing this photo is the fib.
Now it's in the box.
I have no idea.
Cause the box should have paint on it.
Wait, no. The time.
The time?
Yes. Because, basically when he did the murder, I don't know.
It was nighttime. Well, it was nighttime, 1 a.m.
Yeah, did the stupid statue appear? Wait, no. Did the statue... Wait, when did the statue get there?
Let's see. Oh, Adrian said that morning, one of the mornings, and then when she covered it up with that statue. We about to go down, y'all.
We about to go down. Naturally, the fib in this photo is this timestamp.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Abney went to KB security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lolly Taylor at this time.
But what does that have to do with its statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was this statue placed beside the warehouse door?
Well,
The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Abney had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
ah,
So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Abney must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. What are these analogies? Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Abney had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way he had been in the photo.
I guess, Nick. Order. Mr. Atney, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What's that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the crime night of the... According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lolly Taylor staff. However, the program used to match that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data.
Order. Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this?
Here you go.
Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down.
My 11th cup. I promised to drink no more than 17 during the trial. Which means I'm still good to the last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. Which is... that it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams.
That's very true.
No way! I'll fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. Witness testimony, the sacred urn heist.
I first received a request from Lolly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and sorry, it was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my cord 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave.
Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time?
Sorry!
Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, a sacred urn heist. I first received a request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago.
You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seemed that they had heard of my sparkling reputation. Is he German? I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You'd better watch out too, Maya.
The urn was placed in a box in Soiree. It was then sent to the warehouse.
You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn. And she wouldn't let anyone into the storeroom, not even me. Huh, interesting new tidbit.
Yes, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime.
So you're sure that you had never had seen the urn before? Indeed. You may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, I, Luke Atterby, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers.
I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand.
You mean this calling card? That's right! That is, without a doubt, my calling card.
I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all.
Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him.
I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly.
Did no one enter the basement or warehouse? Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse.
At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed. To be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much.
Hey, Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's fibbing there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record.
Not a lot to go on, is there?
That detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
Alright then, how do we do that?
There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly. That he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
We need to prove that he's fibbing.
Court record.
Major dropped it 2 weeks ago. She also knocked over some paint marks. There it is. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago. Then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. If we would
Where's
have,
his calling card?
I would be coming to Pelorn, the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Kiran exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Master Mask.
Take care of the speckled urn. Me, Sherlock Holmes.
And this,
We'll be coming for it.
when was this poster sent out? Okay, cause it should have had I am on it. I first received a request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. When did Adrian break it?
I think I see it, but I ain't gonna tell you.
What you see?
Take care of the speckled urn.
Well, that's why I looked at the pictures. See, when was that picture was sent out? You could have seen that thing, that card.
Yes, does that look speckled?
Ah, look raggedy.
The little pink splotches only got on there when Adrian messed up and destroyed it. He said he only saw it that day. He actually stole it. Get Pinocchio.
So it's the calling card.
Yeah, it's Persona 5. Mr. Acme, if you really are a Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course! Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from this calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now the speckled here surely refers to the pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true. But so what?
Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. You can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Adamy has seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when his fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water.
Uh-oh. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah. Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh? So sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Convictions, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask. And now, we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point.
No way! Don't fall for that too, Your Honor! You say that look at me was the one who killed Kane Bullard. And let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Right? Motive! Might you my merry murderous motive manifest?
Nick, he's getting his second wind. If he prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Run Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Run Delight. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were.
I'd be honored to, sir, old-timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this might be our only chance.
Witness testimony, motive for murder.
I, Luke Asamy, had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant?
This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What?
Blackmail letter updated in the court record found in Run Delight's room. Written by Bullard. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Motive for murder. I look at me. Had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever.
And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Acme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report.
Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security.
Nope.
That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight.
Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was.
Mistook? That's right. Mistook. From the Old Norse, mistaka, meaning to take in order. That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face.
You got to press harder, Nick.
Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Sorry! Take a look at this newspaper.
Oh, that's the famous Turnabout, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it now? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article and sorry! He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask.
I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Run Delight.
You mean this blackmail letter right here?
It says bring $50,000.
And the handwriting is without doubt the victim's? There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere.
An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder...
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Whoa, do you have any evidence of that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal.
What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Sorry! Maybe security has a lot of security info in all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Kane Bullet had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight. Which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullet's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullet was receiving money through blackmail.
However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullet the money, even though he wasn't actually Max the Mask?
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance.
Mr. Bullet's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Max the Mask.
Do you really think that story is gonna hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Is that Desiree? Okay, well. Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Well, Mr. Trite. Was he trying to act like Mr. Delight just now?
I thought he was actually pretty convincing. This is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
Now that's just your... I cannot talk. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, sir lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning.
Can we hear that carefully reasoning for ourselves?
It's a long story, and better say it for another time.
Very well, another time.
Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least, not in my experience.
So you're going to try to connect Detective Atme to Mr. Bullet, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Was that blackmail letter really intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way.
Alright, let me see which statement I should press him again.
Nope, right here.
Right here.
Don't press them. Check that letter. They really seem to want to make you present the stupid letter.
If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KP Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. There it goes. You got that red diamond on
the
the
red diamond.
So I should present it on this statement.
Yeah. It's over. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Acme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You want to talk? At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior?
Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
It's over. It's so over. We're not coming back. Diamond? What's another diamond? Wait, go to the little book thing. The only thing that matches is that gem of Imadon, or the tear of Imadon. Oh, they explained it 50-50.
You think?
Yeah, but on the thing it said, like, know that newspaper clipping thing. On her it says it's blue.
What's that got to do with anything?
We just pointed out that he's a stupid doodle head because his diamond was red, but that diamond is blue. I don't know how he's going with it either.
Show us the contradiction evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. So we present this?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Baby. Present the attorney's back.
I don't know.
Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tear of Imanon, the stolen jewel.
Well, what about it?
The problem is this jewel's color. Color? Not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tear of Imanon that Master Mass stole at all.
You done lost me.
And your point is, Mr. Trite. So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
That's what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Bullet was actually blackmailing.
Him?
Me.
Me.
Naturally, it was you, Detective Acme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring!
Roll the evidence to court.
That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you! Ah!
Order in the court. Order, I say.
It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me. Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Hey, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atney's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? Atney killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atney wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as an ace detective. Well, he's a sham, and he's not Master Mask.
The identity that Luke Atney wanted so desperately keep secret was his identity as what? An ace? Now he liked being an ace detective. He wasn't Master Mask, but he was sending letters.
I mean, he could be. I'm just kidding.
A blackmailer. He was blackmailing Ron.
Ronnie boy.
I'm gonna choose this one.
It's over.
Which one I should choose?
You're a blackmailer.
Blackmailing. He was blackmailing Ron Delight.
Luke Atney was a blackmailer. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atney. Are you saying that Atney was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atney. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that that's mean that Ron Delight was actually Master Mask.
That's what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atney. Shh, silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... You say that I, Luke Gatsby, was blackmailing Rhonda Light? In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask. Well, yes. Rhonda Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Gatsby know that Rhonda Light was Master Mask?
In that picture.
Yup.
What that picture is?
Newspaper clipping.
Oh, okay.
My nose. My nose. I like touching it. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into a lot of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Rhonda Light in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't trick a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Acme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Master was really Rhonda Light. What? Oh wait, this
He's supposed to be Master Mask. Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud trying to, I don't know.
Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life.
He just admitted it.
I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Master Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you even downplay that? I say, none of you can get about my genius. German nose. It's enough to make one laugh. I don't know what he said.
It was seen we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance, Pluminator. Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Objection.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
Well, what do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
Oh? You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. What are you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Gatsby was a filthy blackmailer. And that he wasn't loyally tailored the night of the murder. That's right! That's why he's the one who killed Mr. But... there's still one thing you've yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB Security, Then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way!
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright?
This is it. This is the final round. I gotta prove that Amy was at Bullett's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security, and the defense...
Can I prove it? The buzzer went off. This buzzer?
Nope. Can't prove it.
You can't prove it.
No. I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But if we heard more of Detective Atme's testimony. Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. But what do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial. Face his guilty verdict as Master Mask. No! Well now, said lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ex-detective, as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ex-detectiveness.
Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over the witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is fundamental rule of all courts. Well, he was being tried for Master Mask over there, so he wasn't being tried for murder.
I don't know.
Nah, that's now if he was being tried for murder, I guess over here, but they can still get evidence for the murder trial.
I don't get it.
Like if they find you innocent of murder, they can't come back
They're
after.
finding him guilty of Master Mask, so if they say he's guilty for murder, that's a contradiction.
Yeah, because that's two different court cases.
No. It's double jeopardy because they saying you Master Mask and you killed him. They can't do that. They can only say you killed him or you're Master Mask.
I don't know. It applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mask, which means
he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Buller is concerned. No, cause they just trying him as Master Mask over there.
yes, but if they say he's Master Mask, he couldn't have been at Kane Bullett's place since they both happened at the same time.
Okay.
And the court is stupid, so they can't just
No
say,
way. The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullett's murderer.
Ah! Now there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Asme, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Phoenix over there holding those spikes. Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atney.
We lost. What?
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
That voice. No way.
I didn't know that was her. Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true power of the current challenge technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ex-detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
Nothing. Oh, sir lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you...
Very well then, Mr. Luke Atney. I'm going to allow the defense to examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. I like that bit of foreshadowing. Huh?
Witness testimony, the last testimony.
Indeed, it is true that I was not a loyalty tailor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Sorry! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. My mouth started watering. His testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of these points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents were directly to me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec. Just one chance? It seems that the party's about to begin.
Help out, Serenader. What's up, Yeety? Well, Phoenix, there is... That is you.
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
So it would seem...
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17, the last cup. Seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradictory remark and press it. The game glitched out for a second.
Remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Save!
Cross-examination, the last testimony. Are you scared, Pluminator?
You can only press it once. Don't press on
Oh
that
my
stupid.
goodness. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lord Lee Taylor.
I'm not gonna tell you what y'all needed.
I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Run Delight. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Let me see. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it. Which means the killer sounded it. Why wouldn't the victim want... That sounds crazy itself. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. In the blackmail letter, that the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel.
Oh yeah, I get it now. I'm not gonna tell you.
Whatever.
Can you find it?
It's on his hand. He got on gloves. Yeah, he got on gloves.
Nope, there's something stupid in it.
Worry, therefore all the evidence points to this poor boy. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Let me see. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Which is why he left no prints. Let me see.
You wanna know? Well, you wanna know what I think?
But that did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? What you mean?
You know what I think?
Go ahead.
Okay, so Ron Delight said he was wearing his Master Mask outfit.
Yeah.
Right. But how does he know? Well, he right.
Wasn't in the court.
No, he wasn't in the court when it was confessed.
Yeah.
But he would have seen him if he was there at the crime scene and knocked him out.
Yeah. Cause he
So,
like he was in his own trial when Ron Delight said that he was he wore it.
So if he didn't hear none of that and he wasn't at the crime scene, he would not know that Ron Delight was wearing his Master Mask costume at all. He would just be at KB security.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Let me see. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints.
It's over. Mr. Adme, about this last remark.
Objection.
You still don't get it, do you, Trite?
It's over.
This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Acme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Acme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're an idiot. Whatever. I'm sorry? What do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
You done had your last cup?
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed up as Master Mask when we went to the scene of the crime?
That was,
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Acme? There is no way that you should have known about that! You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well, come on. This detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There's one and only one way for Detective Acme to have found that out.
Only one?
One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. So there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Acme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Detective asked me, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullet and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing.
About to blow up the courtroom, is he? Uh-oh, what you gonna do, Plum?
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullet was blackmailing Luke Acme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Acme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. I think that's right.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Is that my nephew, y'all?
Is that my nephew? Yeah.
Yep, that's him. That's
Maybe.
him, Yeety.
Excuse me.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict.
I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But, I really am Master Mask!
Oh, she don't shut up. Huh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it.
I've been careless. Careless?
What do you think?
What do you think, Mia?
That's you. As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was found innocent.
Then, Master Mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
For now?
Now then, this court finds the defendant
not guilty. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all.
October 14th. Yay, Game Queen 81! Well, finish beat Godot. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the current channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Mia. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this has been...
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and cut off as Master Mask to boot.
But in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have had any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together.
You put back that urn.
They put back that urn.
That's not true, right, Nick?
Oh my god. Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were?
You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together.
With that urn? That broken up urn?
Is that actually reading around? Oh my god.
Is this it?
Yes.
It broke it twice.
Sacred urn! Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are.
Mr. Light.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea. You quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away, Lord? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there is no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous. I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Desi. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy.
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy. Send that check in the mail.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations.
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you with another man's wife in front of Mr. Maya?
No, you got...
I'll never forgive you, never, ever. Pearlstein, beat him up.
So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said, broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before.
I guess.
That's it.
Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. The end. Okay, we're gonna play the next case right now.
Yes, let's go. I'm not voicing that character. Y'all gonna know which character I'm talking about. I'm not voicing that character.
Why not?
I'm not voicing that character. I'm not voicing that character.
He gonna be the
I'm
main.
not voicing that
He
character.
gonna voice a child.
I'm not voicing that character.
Really?
No. I'm dying there right now.
He got the perfect voice, y'all.
No, I don't.
I hope
I'm
y'all
not
stay
doing that.
tuned for that one.
No, you're gonna be mute.
All right, we got our not guilty verdict today. I appreciate you all for watching. All right, Game Queen 81, Yeety in the chat. All right, we will see you all on the next one. If you're watching and you're liking what you see, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button and also the like button for me, I'd appreciate it. All right, good night, Game Queen 81 and Yeety. Everyone else that's watching, good night. I will talk to you all on the next one.